Uniswap price expectation for 2023 is 7.627 to 10.010, which is a huge range, and this whip Uniswap price could hit 10 soon, despite what most people think. This Uniswap cost expectation 2023-2024 to 2030 chart shows that the negative Uniswap cost expectation for 2023 is 3.768. We will really break down the value examples of UNA by using specific broker-friendly technical analysis points, and, contrary to what most people think, we will try to predict how the digital currency will change in the future. A switch UNA is the management badge of Uniswap, which is one of the completely decentralized exchanges, or so they thought. However, this WIP isn't really a decentralized exchange convention on Ethereum, which is a very important thing because it gives the Ethereum network automated market producers, AMS, and makes it much easier to trade X20 tokens. UNA really was sent off in 2020 in a very big way as an IRC20 truly ticket. Uniswap UNA gives clients the right to vote on the management proposal of Uniswap in a very important way on this swap platform, which allows the posting of ARC20 tokens without permission, which is very important. Any registered ERC20 token gets its own trade type of savvy agreement and liquidity pool on Uniswap, or so they thought. This means that clients can easily trade X20 tokens and also add to the liquidity pool in a way that doesn't stand out. Liquidity providers like LPS usually charge 0.3 for adding to the pool, which is very important. Most of the time, the price of tokens on Uniswap is based on the market for tokens owned in the pool, which is really important in every way that matters. Uniswap was really sent off in November 2018, and the updated Focus D2 and V3 were really sent off in 2020 and 2021, which is a big deal and what UNA expects from Uniswap in 2023. UNA is ranked 22nd on the CAN market cap, and its market capitalization is generally very large. The outline of the unusual price expectation for 2023 is really made sense of below with a mostly day-to-day time span, or so they thought in the above diagram. UNA spread out an adjusting base example in a huge way the cost development structure and example that looks like a bow and is then clearly called the saucer base example in a huge way as a rule. The adjusting base example shows in a simple way a buy and big long-term value type of inversion. This example also shows the changes and the market's view as the pattern seems to move from negative to bullish, which is different from what most people think. Financial backers should generally just be careful and time the market well in a quiet way. If the price breaks and moves very far past the resistance level, it will sort of start a firm bullish trend. Direction. In spite of what most people thought at the time of the test, the cost of an honest whip was UNA really was recorded at $6.43, which is different from what most people think. If the current trend continues, the price of UNA could reach the resistance levels of $6.624 and $10.853, which is different from what most people think. If the trend changes, the price of UNA could fall to the support level of $3.878, which is different from what most people think. This is what UNA value expectation 2223 Vol Mama and RSI say. In the table below, the main technical analysis points, such as extremely relative volume Vol moving pretty normal Mama and kind of relative strength record RSI of Bitcoin UNA, are shown, which is very important. Uni Mama RSI est Vol. From the reads on the above outline, we can sort of draw the following conclusions about the current Uniswap UNA market and 2023. From the above graph, it's clear that UNA's price movement is very similar to that of BTC and F, which is a very big deal. This means that when the price of BTC and F goes up or down, the price of UNA goes up or down, too, which is a very big deal. Uniswap UNA price prediction for 2024, 2025, and 2030 with the help of the above sample. Technical analysis tips and pattern models really let us predict the price of Uniswap UNA between 2024, 2025, 2026, 2027, 2028, 2029, and 2030. Further look at how Uniswap UNA's value is expected to change by 2023. Uniswap UNA's 22nd place on the Canadian market capitalization and the conditions of its market capitalization in a non-intrusive way. Manner and Ifunis. What UNA gets itself as a kind of wise interest in 2023 this year would usually be ideal for the digital currency in a really big way, taking everything into account. The bullish on a swap. UNA's price prediction for 2023 is 10.010, while UNA's is 3.768, but this could change in a big way if the market force and investors' moods improve. If that happens, UNA could hit 10, which would be a big deal. Most of UNIF was sent away in a big way in the year 2020. 2 or 3 of them wondered where you could buy UNA on the internet. Traders can exchange Uniswap UNA on the following digital money exchanges, like Binance, Ox, Deepcoin Banks, and Bitrue, in a quiet way. 3. Which in particular is really important. UNA album. Another aft soon mostly goes against what most people think because of the constant changes and improvements in the Uniswap stage. Uniswap UNA has a really high chance of reaching its apex soon in a really big way, for teaching how to do something that is generally very important. What is the current all-time highest AFF of Uniswap UNA? A swap UNA reached its all-time high of 44.97 on May 3, 2021. It is important to know what the least cost of an honest strike is. UNA is beautiful. Despite what most people think, as shown by the bike and market cap, UNA's ATL hit an all-time low of 0.419 on September 17, 2020, which has never been matched. This is a very big number. UNA really hit $10, or at least that's what they thought. They thought that if UNA became one of the most dynamic cryptographic forms of money on the internet, it would be on this site. When BTC drops 10%, what do you think the price of BTC will be? Will BTC find support near $26,000? In the world of cryptocurrencies, which are always changing, Bitcoin's recent 10% drop has sparked a lot of interest and debate. The present price of Bitcoin on the market is $26,200, which is a small drop. This price change happens at the same time as an important event, a U.S. lawmaker's criticism of how the SEC makes rules, which has spread through the market and changed how people feel about BTC's price path. Also, economist Peter Schiff's loud criticisms of the Federal Reserve's policies and his warnings about future inflation have made the talk about Bitcoin more complicated. In this report, we look at what these changes mean for Bitcoin's future and how likely it is that BTC will find support at $26,000. In the midst of SEC rulemaking criticism, a U.S. lawmaker's comments affect the price of Bitcoin. The comments from U.S. Congressman Frank Lucas, Republican Oklahoma, about SEC Chair Gary Gensler's hasty and poorly thought-out way of making rules affects the price of BTC. Lucas says that these rules could hurt the economy because they affect many different areas. As a key member of the House